Hello students, welcome to section 12.5, volumes of pyramids and cones. Volume of a cone. If a cone has a volume of V cubic units and a radius of R units and a height of H units, then the volume V equals 1/3 pi R squared times H. Volume of a pyramid. If a pyramid has a volume of V cubic units and a height of H units, and the area of the base is B square units, then volume V equals 1/3 capital B times H. In the examples that follow, find the volume of each solid. So this is clearly a cone, and the formula, of course, therefore V equals 1/3 pi R squared H applies. Please notice that pi R squared is in fact the area of a circle. In this particular case, it makes sense because the base is a circle, like every cone. So V equals 1/3 times pi times R squared, which is 5 squared, times 9, which is the height of the cone. If you do the math, you get 75 pi, or about 235.6 meters cubed. The second example, this is a pyramid. The base is a square base, so V equals 1/3 capital B times H, wherein capital B will be the area of a square, 7 by 7, or 7 times 7 in the next step. So 1/3, 7 times 7, or 7 squared, times 10, which again was the height of the pyramid. Do the math. So 490 over 3, or about 163.3 centimeters cubed. If we move on, we can see here finding the volume of all these cones and pyramids. Number 1 starts off with a pyramid with a rectangular base. Capital B, again the area of the base. I did length times width, so 8.4 times 12.5, which is 105. Therefore, V equals 1/3 times 105 times the height of 7.3, which ends up being 255.5 millimeters cubed. Number 2, this is a cone, circular base of which has a capital B, or base area, pi times 9 squared, or 81 pi. So V equals 1/3 times 81 pi times the height of which, again, of course, you can see here is 14, which is approximately 1,187.5 feet cubed. Number 3, this is a pyramid. Interestingly, our base is a right triangle. So our capital B, or area of the base formula, speaks to 1/2 base times height. So 1/2 times 18 times 22, which is 198. The volume equals 1/3, 198, again the area of the base, times the height of which is 13. So 858 inches cubed is the volume. Next, number 4. This is a cone. The base area can be calculated, but only after you can find the radius. Now you can find the radius because, as it turns out, you have the height, you have the slant height, you just don't have R. So this right triangle that you observe here does have a missing part, of which you can find by using the Pythagorean theorem. So R squared plus 24 squared equals 26 squared. Subtract 24 squared, take the square root of both sides, and you end up with 10 for the radius. The capital B, or area of the base, is equal to pi times 10 squared, or 100 pi. Volume equals 1/3 area of the base times the height, of course, and you end up then with approximately 2513, or 2,513.3 meters cubed. Number 5. So this particular depiction is of not just a cone, which we're going to use the new formula for, but also a cylinder, which we'll use an older formula for. So V sub 1 is the volume of the cone on top, while V sub 2 is the cylinder there on the bottom. They share a circular base, which is very nice, the radius of which is 3. So R equals 3. So when I calculated capital B for both the cone and the cylinder, I was able to do pi times R squared, or pi times 3 squared, 9 pi. So then I used for V sub 1 our new formula, 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. So 1/3 times 9 pi times 4, which is 12 pi. V sub 2 we can also calculate by a prior volume formula, capital B times h, which in this case is again 9 pi, times those 7. So 9 times 7, of course, 63, then pi still has to be accounted for. Add these two, you get 75 pi, which is approximately 235.6 meters cubed. Number 6. All right, so this is you could even call it a cube, a rectangular prism whose base is square, technically is a cube. And on top of the cube, you have a pyramid. The pyramid and the cube share a base of which is a square, which you can see here off to the side. I did calculate as 12 squared, which is 144. I am also noting here that V sub 1 is the top pyramid volume we'll calculate, or top portion. The bottom portion, which V sub 2 represents, separately there is a prism. Of course, this is a pyramid and a cube, but that again separately designates what V sub 1 and V sub 2 happen to be. We can start pretty simply, I would argue, with V sub 2. V sub 2 is capital B times H, so 144 times 12. You could also think of it as length times width times height. Same idea, essentially, same result. If we continue on, so the pyramid is a little bit more interesting here. So what I did is I took the one of the edges here of the base of the pyramid, and I divided it by 2. So I've got 6 by 6. I also drew in my slant height, which you can depict here as a representation of the altitude of this face, this isosceles triangle face. Okay. It just so happens again that you have edges here of 10 and 10. Okay, so you actually do know that that respective, let's just call it again a slant height, happens to be, well, it happens to be 8. The height, okay, the height of this particular right triangle that I've depicted in green, I labeled off to the side here H. This purple little segment here, that's 6, because again I divided the edge by 2 of the base. So again that's 6. I've got a right triangle here on the inside of which is H by 6 by 8. Now this particular measure of 8, if you're curious again as to how I was able to come up with that, it just so happens that this is 6 by 10, so you've got a 6, 8, 10 right triangle. I didn't depict that off to the side, but this right triangle here, which again is half of this face here on the pyramid, is a 6, 8, 10 right triangle. You can use Pythagorean theorem to justify that as well. It's a multiple of a 3, 4, 5, just times 2. Okay, so now I have this right triangle to contend with. H squared plus 6 squared equals 8 squared is the Pythagorean theorem, which will help me justify the height of the pyramid. In this case, I end up here with 5.3. I did plug it in officially to my volume V sub 1 formula, 1/3 times capital B times that height H of 5.3. I did that math. Of course, I also calculated 144 times 12, as I indicated earlier. And then that ends up being approximately 1,982 feet cubed.